Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that on a regular basis. We do that on a consistent and um, you know basic process. It is a different, um, valuable, and useful pro, pro process. You know, um, there's value there and there's consistency there. So when you begin to understand how to use consistency to your advantage when building relationships and or when viewing yourself, it's important. But we learn that from parents, and so this is kind of things that parents can do to cause you problems later without even realizing it, or maybe they realize it and just are too focused on their own issues and challenges in order to see the damage they're doing. So, in any event, if you are dealing with some degree of social challenges related to potential bad parenting, would love to be of assistance to you. Would love to connect with you on a deeper level and hopefully make some of those perceptions fade away. So there's a couple ways you can reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, we can make something good come from that. So the first is fighting verbally, physically, emotionally in front of children. It is the responsibility of intelligent parents to avoid conflict in front of children. Not to say that there can't be small conflicts, but the only conflicts that are beneficial to have in front of children are the ones which there is a resolution that is peaceful in the end. So the children learn proper coping mechanisms and proper conflict resolution skills. However, many parents who are in abusive relationships and or who are very super ego driven and or who have very different views on parenting or other social issues will fight in front of children, not thinking about the effects on children. These effects can take place basically around the time at which a child understands or begins to have memories. So, effects of fights on children can start as young 2, 3, 4 years old, and those issues can linger into adulthood, especially with how that person formulates attachment style. The next is any sort of abuse, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial. So, withholding from a child in an abusive manner is always going to lead to problems, and a lot of times parents consider if they went through something as a younger person and they survived, it's not abuse, and that isn't always the case, especially if the abusive pattern is systemic across several generations. Many parents actually treat their children in the way they were treated without even realizing that there is a negative consequence and or a level of wrongness to their treatment. The next thing is playing favorites amongst multiple children. When a child believes that they have to fight for the parent's approval, it's going to change their behavior. It's going to modify their personality archetype style and the way in which they interact with the world. So that level of neglect of honesty and integrity can be super struggling and super valuable to begin to look at. The next thing is emotional neglect. That is not giving a child the ability and the freedom to express their emotions in a way that makes sense for them and allowing them to be their own person and express their own emotions and encouraging that expression of a wide range of emotions. Emotional stuntedness happens for children most often when a parent tells them how to feel rather than allows them to figure out their own emotional state on a consistent basis in a consistent stream of consciousness sort of way. Many parents think they're protecting their children by trying to get them to feel certain ways, but you're not teaching your child proper resiliency when the only way that you want to hear what they have to say is if they're in agreement with you or if you understand the way they feel, and that can become super toxic and ultimately a struggle. So, hopefully, this is helpful. I encourage you keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.